dating apps are a menu of men that women might fancy on that day. Women that go on dating apps are generally, and I am only generalizing here, a little bit deluded. Thinking that they'll find a fixer-upper, if you will. Somebody who's handsome but doesn't know they're handsome. Maybe there's somebody who's got a lot of money but they're very humble about it, and they need somebody to help them steer that money in the right direction. And somebody that they can help make more an amazing man than what they already are. Somebody that they can really motivate and mold into an amazing man because they don't realize it already. So forgive me if I get a bit passionate. Here I am in my mobile setup. This is my fort. What do they call it? My blanket fort, people have called it. But it's got great acoustics. And so this is why I continue with it. And I get, I don't get disturbed, and it's really good. Right. So deleting those dating apps, and here's why. So I've just said, I've prefaced that women generally go on dating apps, have a menu, just a vast of men that are ready, willing, and want to do anything to satisfy a woman. And so, like I said, women in general do not work on gaining that better man. Because women seem to think that, I'm a 9, I'm a 10, I'm a 9, I'm a 10. They all think, so we're led to believe, that a lot of them think that they are a very high value status woman, and they are the prize. Men should be chasing after me because I'm amazing. And you watch somebody's podcasts and TV shows, and it's really surprising about how deluded some people are. But that's not everybody. I am generalizing a bit here. And I don't want to get too passionate, but I want to get a message across. And the message is that decades ago, well, hang on, let's go back. Women are not the prize. Men are the prize. Let's just put that out there. And women are not equal, because women want somebody that's stronger than them. They want somebody that's taller than them. They want somebody that's emotionally stable or more emotionally stable than them. They want somebody that's in a good place and financially better off than them. So they're looking for somebody higher than they are. In regards to all those things I just mentioned, as well as strength. There's not many women that are looking for a man that's weaker than they are and unstable than they are. So you've got to accept the fact that there is women want men that are unequal to them, different to them in that respect. All right, but let's not muddy the water too much. Right, decades ago, smart women would drop a handkerchief in front of the man that she chose and paraded around at balls like a peacock and would offer her cooking, her cakes, and they would, I think that's probably where a lot of festivals came from, and cake shows and things like that. Women were often showcasing their qualities as a great woman. Because back in the day, not so many decades ago, women would choose a lifestyle, and they would choose a partner that could look after them in the way that they would like to be accustomed to. So there was a lot more respect then for looking for a protector and a man that was able to provide and these kind of things, and a potential father. So it was very, very different then. And the man was looked at as the prize because he had the money, he had the social status, he had the strength, he had the connections. The man was the prize. And actually, we'll get onto that, but that's very interesting. If you look at like Elon Musk, you look at Richard Branson, you even look at Prince Charles or Prince Harry, they're not going out chasing after women. The women come looking for them. And women that you may notice, especially like with Prince Harry and Prince Charles, those women that got the catch, they worked to get that man's attention. They orchestrated situations where they would be around or in the vicinity, in the orbit of that prize man. Food for thought. All right. Okay, so changing up a little bit now. The solution, or what I put for solution. So number one is delete all dating apps, because you're just one of 1,000 men for only a handful of women. And women just look at you as, I don't know, maybe he's too rugged looking. I don't know. Maybe I don't like his dimples. He looks like a mummy's boy. It appears that we're just something on a menu that somebody might fancy for 5 minutes. So you don't want to be just that thing on a menu that somebody can look by and think of you as just like, it'll do for now, until they find the next thing. So delete every single dating app. All right. Build your level of wealth and comfort. Now, not everybody can be Elon Musk or Prince Harry. You know, that's obvious. But you can build a comfortable ecosystem for yourself. And I mean like your own social circle, your own fortress or house and castle, you know, and your own garden and your own transport and your own connections of people. So you build up what's comfortable for you. You might want to be a millionaire. You might just want to be somebody with, you know, a house and a couple of cars and go on lots of holidays. Whichever it is for you. All right? Be comfortable with being single. You know, lots of man friends, lots of social activities, and just be comfortable being a bachelor, because that's what you are. You are a well-desired bachelor, and we take that word away, or that word's not used anymore, because it was held up in high esteem. You know, oh, he's a bachelor. Ooh, you know, somebody with some prowess, some command. All right, so be comfortable with being single. There we go. Right. Women worth their salt will know who you are. You don't need to parade things around on Facebook or Instagram or, you know, look at me, look at me, look at me. You don't need to do that. You know, I'm pretty sure that those wealthy people out there keep themselves to themselves because they don't want to attract undesired attention from I don't want to say scroungers, but people that just want to take advantage of you for financial reasons. So they don't parade their finances, and they don't necessarily parade their achievements. That's something that I hold my hands up to. That's something that I've been doing, and I need to stop doing that. Often you'll find that women are very, very good investigators. They'll find out whether they have to ask 5 different people or whether you have to hunt and find out. I mean, I'm not saying they're going to go through your bins or anything, but women are very clever at finding out information. They're very shrewd in that respect. All right, what else? Also, work on your ethical standing. So some people are businessmen and they have they're shrewd, you know, and they'll do whatever they can. You know, they'll sell their grandmother to make money. But that reflects their efficacy. But you don't have to be like that. You can be, a man of the people. You can be ethical, and you can still make money and be a businessman and have giving back to the community. All right, because that also shows a woman that you're not a bastard. You know, you are a standing upright man of the community, but you're also balanced in that you don't hate the world and want to get lots and lots of money and selfish. So that's what that is. That it shows that you're not selfish. Right, okay. Socializing. Go to, what if I put? I go to community events or charitable events. All right, so make it known that you're out and about, you know, with nobody on your arm. You're out and about in the community. And you're not hanging around nightclubs and bars and gambling and things like that. All right, so you will become known as, oh yeah, that's that guy. Yeah, he bought a cake from the charity store, the Rotary Club or whatever. Oh, right, okay, well, he wasn't with anybody, so he must be single. He's dressed well. He arrived in a nice car. He can talk with lots of people. Lots of people know him and like him. So that, again, elevates your social status. And I said, stay away from distractions, such as, women of the night, gambling, smoking, and that kind of negativity that will drain you. All right, okay, what else we got? Commit to your passion. Your passion is your drive, whether it's your mission in life to be the best salesman in the whole of Texas, the best car salesman in the whole of Texas. You need to hold on to what drives you and gives you passion, because that way a woman can see that you've got a mission in life. You've got drive, you've got ambition, you've got focus, and you can lead. You're leading yourself where you want to go. All right, you got focus. You're not just lost in the wilderness of, I don't know what to do. Shall I do this? Shall I do that? Am I going to become needy? Am I going to be wanting the woman to direct and lead? So having your own mission, your own drive, whether it's a passionate for I don't know, family saloon cars, or whether it's a passion for rockets and going into space, or whether it's anything that especially if it's ethical, that drives you and motivates you and keeps you focused and gets you up in the morning, makes you a little bit competitive and gets you out into the world to have that ambition and drive. There's nothing worse than seeing an elderly man that has nothing left in his life, and just wants to give up. It's real sad, and that's not attractive, unfortunately. Also, like those that want to just sit around and play video games and eat snacks sitting on the sofa in their underwear. It's just not desirable. That's kind of the opposite. So never ever let a woman take away your passion or your drive or your mission, because that is your superpower. Maybe like Samson with his hair. Your superpower is that unequivocal focus and direction and drive. That is your superpower. Just being driven. Now, I'm not saying you've got to spend 100 hours a week at your pursuit, but at least, 40, 50, 60 hours until you become very financially comfortable, or you're in a really good place and you're happy to spend a little bit more time enjoying some of life's gifts, such as travel or ornithology or whatever other pursuits of happiness. All right, but first of all, you have to have a focus and a drive until you've got to the point where you're quite comfortable and happy to enjoy life and enjoy the pleasures. Maybe like a billionaire or a millionaire, but that's another story. You don't have to be at that financial goal. Your financial goal could be pay off your mortgage, maybe have a few cars paid for and enough money in your bank to enjoy holiday and a very comfortable retirement. Maybe that's your goal. But the point is that you have to make sure you keep hold of that passion, that focus, that drive, that ambition, even if it changes over time into enjoying family time. Maybe you've got so much money or enough money that you can just enjoy spending time with family. That's fine. Just so long as you don't end up sitting on a sofa in your underwear, scratching your balls and playing video games. Right, so wrapping this up now, a conclusion, wrapping it up, call to action, whatever you want to call it. All right, conclusion, etc. Right, number one, there's only 4. Number 1, apps are bad. Dating apps are bad. They're full of nice guys that will do anything to get a woman. So delete all those apps. Number 2, be present in healthy social situations. Whether it's at a festival or a fete, whether it's at a charity gala, whether it's just something to do with the community. Be present. Be connected. Number 2. Number 3, remember, a good woman will hunt you down because, Well, as I said before, a good woman will hunt you down. You know, they're clever. You got to remember, women are very, very clever. They're looking for the lifestyle that they want you to provide, because men are generally interchangeable. So remember, a good woman will hunt you down. You've just got to be focused and desired on yourself. All right, so that's number 3. Number 4, finally, number 4, embrace your superpower. Your superpower is, like Samson with the hair, is your mission, your vision. All right? You are the prize. You look at Prince Harry. Do you think he was like, oh, I'm looking on Facebook, there's nothing here that really found that, I'm not getting any. Prince Harry wasn't doing that. Elon Musk isn't doing that. Richard Branson isn't on Tinder. Even when they were younger, even when they were 20 years old, none of those guys were going through dating apps thinking, I'm not getting enough likes. If you make yourself desirable by being focused on your passion, being present and healthy, not being on social media, women will come to you. It's as simple as that. Now, I was really happy and in a really good place when the last woman found me. Now, she also then hunted me down on social media. She checked me out. She found out who I was and knew where I wanted to go. And that was my focus. And that's how she found me. So you don't have to be a millionaire. You don't have to be wealthy. You just need to be driven and focused and not sat on the sofa scratching your ass playing video games. All right, give women the respect they're due. They are very clever creatures, and they will find you if you're focused, engaged, and have a drive. All right, that's it for this week. Just remember your superpower. Any comments, just put them down below. I'd like to keep the conversation going. All right, take care for now. See you in the next video. Bye-bye. Well, if you're still watching and you're still here and you're still listening, thank you. Bit of a catch up with me. I said before, now my podcast and everything is available, but that's for English learners. That's now online. That's on Spotify and things like that. So I'm happy with that. I've made a few new revelations and I've gone through some more healing. Recently been listening to No More Mr. Nice Guy. Now I need to make a video on that because it's very, very good. If you're ahead of the game, get onto that. No More Mr. Nice Guy. An amazing book for us men. Also, The Body Keeps the Score. I think that was Wessel van der Bonk, something like that. I'm going to get that wrong. So that again was another great book. Bit heavy, bit hard. And Heavy Light by 𝐼𝐸𝐴. Now, as I said before, all the really clever men in this world, the one thing they have in common is they read. They read and they learn. Now, if you don't read and don't learn you're not going to grow and you're not going to change. Now, if you're in the situation that I've been in, you know you need to change. You know you need to learn. Something has to happen. So reading is the way that I grow. Those are great books. I got to do a book on No More Mr. Nice Guy. Again, that's a great topic. It's a brilliant thing. Like I said, I've had some revelations. Some things have changed. And I think some of my priorities in life have changed a little bit more. So in the future, I'll be looking for maybe some bricks and mortar to be living in. I'll be looking at working full time, I think, and building up that nest, building up that safety net. And then I've got some money coming to me that I'm going to look at investing and maybe pushing more into a business or pushing more into some other sort of revenue stream. And basically get my life in order and I don't know, straighten my head out a bit more, but enjoy my life because, life's too short to worry about the past. So it's about moving forward and enjoying this life that we've got. So yeah, if you've got any other comments, any other books that you think's worth reading, then let me know below. That's it for now, my friends, and I love you all, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye for now.